Welcome, one and all, to Pacific 414 episode review. I'm your host, Mike, and in this episode, I'm going to be talking about The Old Man, episode 3. This episode picks up right where episode 2 left off, where we find out who Assistant Director Harper was talking to at the end of episode 2. This gentleman is named Julian Carson. He is the one who reassured Harper that he can get the job done when it comes to not only finding Dan Chase, but apprehending him so that Farad Hamzad can have his revenge. Because that's one of the plot points that we find out in this episode, that Agent Waters was picked by Farad Hamzad as someone who he believed he can trust, someone who has no connection to Dan Chase, and can bring Dan Chase where he belongs so Farad Hamzad can indeed have his aforementioned revenge. We also have a scene between Dan and Zoe where Zoe learns the truth about Dan. Zoe doesn't feel that Dan can be trusted. She tries to get away, and when she's trying to get away, that's when Carson shows up, and Carson and Dan have a struggle. Dan is able to shoot Carson in the arm. That's where Dan tells Zoe that she needs to go with him, and she needs to go now. Meanwhile, unknown to Dan, the FBI have launched a drone which they're using to try to track him. We also get some scenes in the past where we find out the relationship between Hamzad and Chase, and how Chase even tried to reassure Hamzad that he could get him his weapons that he sought to fight off the Russians. There's then a scene back in the present day where Agent Adams, Agent Waters, and Assistant Director Harper are having a conversation, and that's where Waters does reveal that it is Hamzad who personally selected him to lead this chase for Dan Chase, no pun intended. Then we get a scene where Dan Chase is assembling a sniper rifle and he shoots down the drone that is tracking him. We also get a scene back in the past where Dan Chase is talking to Hamzad's wife. His wife doesn't trust him until she sees the helicopter that is dropping the weapons. It's a story here where Dan had to earn everybody's trust. Everybody who was in this particular village that Dan is staying at had to learn to trust Dan. He had to prove himself. Meanwhile, in present day, we see Dan driving Zoe's car once again, and he drives it into a field where he gets out, goes to the trunk, and opens the trunk and is looking down into the trunk before the episode cuts out. Now, there's many questions to be asked. One of those questions is, what happened to Zoe? The reason why you're asking what happened to Zoe is due to the fact that after she and Dan have one more conversation as Zoe is trying to get away, you never see her again. And you wonder if it's Zoe that Dan is looking at in the back of the trunk of her vehicle. This episode was another solid episode of The Old Man. Very well acted. The story all intertwines, all the connections are being made, and we're learning more and more about the past between Harold Harper and Dan Chase and how it involves Agent Adams and Agent Waters, along with other characters who come into play like Carson and Zoe. If I'm going to give this episode a review, it's definitely a 4 out of 5. I highly recommend this show. I highly recommend these first 3 episodes of the show. You won't be disappointed, especially if you like spy thrillers. And I can't wait to see what happens in episode 4. This concludes my review for The Old Man. episode 3. If you like this review, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this review, give it a thumbs down. Share this video with your friends. Leave a comment down in the comment section below. And consider subscribing to this channel because I'm not just a baseball guy. I'm an all-around guy who does episode reviews like this. I do movie reviews. I do gameplay live streams in general where I'm talking pop culture with PACIFIC414 Pop Talk, and I also do live reactions to the Orville currently. Have yourselves a great weekend, a great weekday, good morning, good afternoon, and a good night. And as always, take care.